I'm Josh.
And I'm Caleb.
And
we are Holdfast Marine.
We do everything from basic service to advanced troubleshooting. We carry many products for your boating needs, and if we don't have it, we can get it by the next day. We also carry a full line of Amsoil synthetic lubricants, as well as interstate batteries. If you mention this ad, you will receive a 10% discount on your first service. And remember,
for all your boating needs, it's Holdfast Marine.
Hi, Ed Smith coming to you with thebasscast.com. Today we're going to talk about fall fishing. The weather's crisp and clear. It's nice. A lot of the skiers and jet skiers are off the water, and it's more pleasant to be out there and enjoy fishing. And the fishing gets much, much better this time of year. As the water starts to cool, the fish break up from their schooling mode and they start moving in toward the bank to feed up. It's an opportune time for you to catch big fish. This happened yesterday on Smith Mountain Lake. My wife and I went up yesterday. We put into the state park and I fished till 2 o'clock without having much luck at all. Only caught a couple small fish. But then I got in the right area. And I had a really great afternoon yesterday afternoon catching large, good sized, nice largemouth bass and a smallmouth about 3.5 pounds. Had a largemouth close to 8 pounds. All these fish came from shallow water, and they were basically on anything that you could see below the surface. A stump, a rock, a little patch of grass, or anything else. The secret bait yesterday was one of my favorite fall baits. It's called a brush hog. It's made by Zoom. I rig it Texas style on a 2/0 hook, and I throw it on 12-pound test line. Don't worry about throwing 12-pound test line in clear water. Believe me, I usually fish 15 to 17 pound with jigs and don't have any problem getting bites with that either. This stuff of 8-pound test line is really not that important. The jig that I've been throwing lately is one that Bill Easterly makes for me. It's called my own jig he named the Ed Smith jig, but he makes all different kinds. You don't have to have this, but I'm not sure Bill's still making them now anyway. This particular one, I put a twin-tail trailer on it. That's how they fish it up the Potomac River. It's called a swimming jig. And we've got a lot of grass in Smith Mountain now. All you do is throw it out and just steadily crank it, just tipping the top of the grass with it. Catch a lot of fish doing that at Potomac and Smith Mountain Lake. The last technique next technique that's real good this time of year, you're all stand by the shaky head. I use a Zoom finesse worm on my shaky head and the Zoom swamp crawler. The swamp crawler seems to work as well or better than the finesse worm, and when you tear it up, when a fish tears it up, you just bite off a little bit of it, rethread it on the spring steel and rehook it. You can use the swamp crawler over and over and over. If you're using the 4-inch finesse, it's only good for a couple of tears, and then you throw it away and get a new one out. But this is a time of year when fishing is great. It's enjoyable to be on the water. You catch a lot of fish, you catch a lot of big fish, and you catch them the way I like to fish, shallow. Just remember, fish shallow. You can also go in the back of the creeks. The fish will migrate back there. You can catch a lot of fish in the backs of creeks on crankbaits and spinnerbaits around a shad. Now, I haven't seen that pattern start yet, but it will as soon as this water cools down a little more. Yesterday it was 73.4 degrees in the area I was catching those fish in. One thing I want to mention while we're talking here is our friends Marvin and Gene at the Tackle Box have decided to retire. They're going to close the end of October. So if you need anything, you can get by there and visit them. They got a closeout sale going on. They've got some really good reduced prices, anywhere from 20 to 50% off the items at the Tackle Box. Be sure and stop in and tell them you heard about it on thebasscast.com.